And just as I started to think things were slowing down, Alibaba has released WAN 2.6. Obviously a 0.1 update to their AI video generator, and well, this one actually has some interesting features. Today, we're gonna take a dive into the new model, but ByteDance is not far behind with Seedance 1.5. It's a little bit of a weird rollout, but I do have some details and examples for us to check out today. All that plus you can now create a first-person POV shot from pre-existing video. It's pretty wild. All right, let's dive in. Kicking off, WAN 2.6 has arrived, and this is actually coming only a few months after 2.5 was released. 2.6's key update is that it's coming at things with much more of a multimodal approach. I've seen a lot of comparisons to, Sora. It's really not that. I think the closer comp is to Kling's O1 model. Additionally, while 2.5 did generate native audio, the audio in 2.6 has taken a jump up.
I hope you memorized your lines, because we can talk now. Indeed, it's marvelous.
I hope you memorized your lines, because everyone in AI video can talk now.
Additionally, it is capable of multi-shot intelligently so, which is actually kind of interesting, and also now does have sort of a cameo feature as well. And the big one is that it will generate video from audio. Sometimes can be a little on the hit or miss side, as we'll see in a bit, but I do think is actually much handier than you think it is. So kicking off, we'll take a look at that audio to video feature with a music video that I put together this morning. To note, the audio was generated in Suno, so this is not WAN generating the music here, and this is all text to video.
Now we're stuck in this parade of break lights on this charade, and I hope that your conference call
Anybody else watching Pluribus? Because if you are, I mean, you know exactly where the idea for this came from. Hi, Carol. Yeah, my ode to the Monday morning commute. Overall, there is a lot to like here with 2.6, as it does accurately manage to lip sync all of the lyrics across, essentially multiple scenes. Now, I should note that was not a one shot. It's actually 4 different clips, mostly because 2.6 maxes out at 15 seconds, which is actually pretty generous. That said, again, not a lot of trickery here. It's just really just kind of clip laid on top of clip with some light editing. Interesting finding from this unused clip. The model can do spelling as well. So synergy, innovation, growth definitely has a world understanding of corporate dystopias as well. Another super fascinating finding was in this clip up here where once again, we are provided with text. And actually, it's the text from the song, which is interesting because that wasn't in the text prompt. That was only provided in the audio. As always, is it perfect? Of course it's not, especially in text to video. Although in general, I did find the physics to be pretty good. Every once in a while, you would end up with that guy. I don't know where he came from, but that guy is terrifying. Continuing on with some text to video tests, let's check in with our Twin Peaks FBI agent at a diner.
It is a damn fine cup of joe. But how's the pie?
The pie is amazing. It's an old recipe from the log lady who got it from the owls.
I mean, overall, that is not too bad and really does showcase kind of the luxurious amount of time that 15 seconds provides, considering that the first time that we ran this prompt was in VO3 and we had to actually do 2 extensions in order to get the waitress line in. That said, as always, I do have to point out that especially in text to video, you are prone to some AI weirdness from time to time. Take, for example, the exact same prompt, we get this output.
It is a damn fine cup of joe. But how's the pie?
The pie is amazing. It's an old recipe from the log lady who got it from the owls.
That is so surreal. And again, it was the same prompt. So I don't know, maybe it's just the model embracing its inner David Lynch. On the image to video side, let's check in with our 2 guys in a movie about depression.
I think we're in a movie about depression.
I know we are. Indie movies about depression are always lit like this.
I mean, our guy is not wrong there. Now, one interesting thing that you can do here, at least on WAN, Mothership WAN, is that they now have this like smart multi-shot selector that you can toggle on and off. So providing with the exact same prompt and running it again.
I think we're in a movie about depression.
I know we are. Indie movies about depression are always lit like this.
It does seem to have a pretty good handle on the spatial characteristics of the scene. It match cuts okay. I mean, that second cut there does not work quite as well. And occasionally, yes, you will end up with an entirely new character. Although I should say in the initial input image, there's nothing to say that there wasn't a woman sitting there, but, WAN just decided to cut to her in the last few frames. Again, I will say though, everything contextually matches to the input image though. Circling back to audio to video, which I find this super fascinating. I took a short clip of the news broadcast from Night of the Living Dead and provided that to 2.6 along with the text prompt, and we ended up with this.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder.
So yeah, in terms of lip sync and following along with the audio, I mean, it does a pretty solid job. I don't know what's up with the giant microphone on the right side of the screen, but it was the 1950s and, equipment was a lot bigger then. It will also do a pretty solid job with image to video on this front.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder.
So yeah, overall pretty good. Now I will admit that there's like a car that drives through the newsroom at one point in time, but I don't know how newsrooms worked back then. Weren't they drunk all the time anyways? Now I do have to admit, I'm just getting started with this feature, and for sure I have gotten some pretty wonky outputs. For example, Flamethrower Girl.
Well, this is pretty hot. We can upload audio and Juan will sync it to the video. I can fry all day now.
So yeah, not exactly perfect as of yet. Here's another version utilizing the multi-shot function. I mean, it's all there, but it also is a bit of a mess. So I'll spend some more time playing around with this feature. I am convinced there's something pretty cool here. It's just kind of figuring out where the boundaries on everything are. In the meantime, the other kind of big feature in 2.6 is this starring feature, which is of course similar to elements and all of the other kind of character consistency things. Interesting though, is that the training here is actually from uploading video. So testing it out by generating up a couple of new characters. This is Niki. He is a undercover cop that might be in too deep. And this guy, who I named Idris because, well, let's face it, I mean, he is pretty much bootleg Idris Elba. So some kind of interesting stuff ended up happening when I took Niki out for a spin. So yeah, that was a bit unexpected. I mean, it is launch day, so perhaps the language selector isn't pointing to the correct model. But in terms of the video output, I mean, overall, that is our character. Everything looks pretty solid. Now you can provide up to 3 character references. So I did end up taking Niki and Idris and popping them into a prompt. We got a little bit of English here. Let's check this out.
I left my jacket with you. 我的伪装暴露了我的搜手。Idris, 你现在退不了。
So overall, I'd say maybe give this particular feature a day or two before jumping in, unless your project is bilingual. That said, when it does hit, it hits pretty well. Here is Niki and Flamethrower Girl.
Aren't you too pretty to be a bartender?
Aren't you a little dumb to think that'd get you a free drink?
So overall, I'd say a pretty solid update for WAN. I think the feature that I'm kind of most excited about is the audio to video feature, as nothing else really does anything quite like that. Now, as to the question of will WAN 2.6 be open source, I mean, they definitely have not messaged or indicated anything in that direction. So, I mean, I guess we'll wait to see. I tend to think not, but I mean, there is the possibility that 2.5 will be released. So if we hear anything on that front, I will definitely let you know. Moving on, ByteDance have released Seedance 1.5 Pro, sort of. As typical with ByteDance releases and Dream and Dance releases, this one's coming in kind of weird. So yeah, in typical ByteDance fashion, Seedance 1.5 Pro is available A handful of platforms outside of the US, although it is available in one place. We'll talk about that in 1 second, but is due to release on the Dreamina platform possibly tomorrow, but under the name AI Video 3.5 Pro. What is going on over there, ByteDance? Can you get it together? So currently, as far as I'm aware, the only place that you can actually generate Seedance 1.5 Pro, at least today, is via CapCut, the ByteDance's video editing software. It is free, and you do get 3 free runs on it before, they essentially try to up you to the Pro plan. But I'm not doing that because I already have a Dreamina subscription, and you're not getting money out of me twice, ByteDance. I will say this is pretty interesting. You just simply come up to the AI video thing here, and then they have a pull down here you can generate in Seedance 1.5 via 3.1 Sora 2. I don't actually use CapCut ever, so that said, I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. You have durations between 5, 20, and 12 seconds, and you can choose your aspect ratios. So, giving old Flamethrower girl a test, let's see how she ended up coming out via Seedance 1.5.
Well, here's another test of me talking. I wonder what I sound like this time around. Let's see if I've got that vocal fry so many of you love.
Non-vocal fry fans, that one is for you. And then running another one, this one text to video, once again, our FBI agent in a diner.
It is a damn fine cup of joe, but how's the pie?
The pie is amazing. It's an old recipe from the log lady, who got it from the owls.
Overall, not too bad for this prompt test. We do have some steam coming off the saucer there, but maybe just came out of the dishwasher. No double coffee cups, as we so often see in this prompt. And I gotta say, our FBI agent this is definitely the most casual that we've ever seen him looking. So again, we'll swing back to Seedance 1.5 later on this week, unless ByteDance changes the name on me again. Moving on, and admittedly, this one is in white paper stage, but I mean, I think you're gonna find this super cool. EgoX is egocentric video generation from a single exocentric video. What does that mean? Well, it means that you can take a shot from the Dark Knight of the Joker blowing up the hospital and turn it into a POV shot. I mean, that's pretty crazy. A couple of other examples like Hulk vision taken from the Age of Ultron. You'd think that would be tinted green. Someone over at the lab definitely likes their Marvel movies, as we get another example of Tony Stark from the first Iron Man movie. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty insane. And finally, a POV shot to let you know how it would feel to be a world-class table tennis player. If you're going to go with the Olympics and this thing, they really should have gone with that sharpshooting guy. The way that this works is that it is a large-scale video diffusion model and lightweight LoRa's, and then combined with a geometry-guided self-attention mechanism that basically pays attention to the geometry of relevant regions. So essentially, you can get that POV shot without things getting like super hallucinatory and like weird and decoherent. So while I think that the obvious use case here is, for training up the robots, I do think that much further down the road, there is a pretty interesting idea here in essentially being able to view a movie that you have seen 100 times before, but through the POV of the main character. That might be pretty interesting. I'll keep an eye on this one, and I'll definitely let you know how it develops, probably through next year. In the meantime, while I was making this video, a crazy amount of stuff ended up dropping. For one, GPT Image 1.5 just came out, so I will be taking a look at that in the next video. Tencent looks like it's dropping HY World 1.5 World Play, essentially open source Genie 3. Yeah, this one is coming out tomorrow. Again, we will be taking a look at it in the next video. Additionally, it looks like Meta just dropped a whole new thing for their segment anything model. This is SAM Audio, which basically allows you to isolate sound from complex audio mixes. So yeah, essentially like stem creation. That's pretty interesting. We'll definitely be digging into that. And Kling 2.6 now supports voice control. So essentially we can have consistent voices across generations now. So yeah, I'm definitely eager to check this one out. Needless to say, lots more to cover. I will see you again very soon. As always, I thank you for watching. My name is Tim.